The new ultimate meta tier list in Marvel Rivals. It's been a while. I have 150 hours worth of gameplay and understanding of what the game is at a competitive level as a Grandmaster player. And I want to put my thoughts out there in a tier list as we get closer to the next season. So let's start off. S being pretty much the god tier characters in the game, going towards D being the weaker characters in the game. And with the first character we have is Captain America. This character is an interesting vanguard. He can be really annoying to deal with, but he lacks damage, but he's able to stay in points forever. Like, if you go towards one of those points of domination or a overtime situation, and then your team has a Captain America, he will last forever. Especially with his ultimate and the way it works, he's just there, always. But sadly, he's just there doing not too much. He's just stalling out for time, and that's good, but it's not really good at the highest level. There is some rank 1 Captain America players out there, or high-level Captain America players out there, which they get the full value of just stalling the game as much as possible for the team members to come in and clutch it. So he's around like a C, maybe low B, but I'll put a high C at the moment. We will change things up as we go through this tier list. Doctor Strange, no-brainer, S tier. Broken as hell, has the pull mechanic to pretty much set up any type of pacing in the game into his favor, but alongside that, his kit is just very strong. He builds up anti-magic, which is able to do burst damage, but that combos really well with his ultimate. But before we do get into this video, I'll be giving away a luxury battle pass to one of you lucky people watching this video. We will be doing this daily, so make sure you are subscribed, you've liked the video, you've commented in the comment section down below, and share this video with a friend. Also follow us on Instagram at BloodThirstyLord Reels, and follow our TikTok at BloodThirstyLord. We'll be announcing the winners daily on our Discord, so make sure to join that as well, linked in the description below. Which is really great for team fights overall, as he puts that fight into their favor, as everybody's stunned, and with his anti-magic build-up, there's a little tech that you can build up your anti-magic to 100, and then pop it off as quickly as possible to do burst in that area effect around you, to kill the green hologram that happens from the body that's been used from the ultimate, and the original body at the same time, to instantly delete supports like they're nothing. And it's a very, very strong mechanic, and that's why Doc Strange is just a good character. He has a shield too, can't go wrong with that at all. And Groot, I think Groot's like A tier. He's great. He's able to control space really well with his walls and be able to stop flanks from occurring, stop sightlines from other DPS players on the enemy team from afar, while protecting his team as they go take over a site. And it seems very effective at that. And if there's any picks that happen, he can wall them off and get them killed. Like, enemy Magneto pushes up too much, he gets walled off and gets instantly deleted by the Groot's team. And that's really good. And his ultimate is so good in synergy with like other characters, especially Moonknight, because Moonknight puts his unk there and that does damage, but Groot's ultimate pulls everybody together, and they get deleted because of it. And the Groot wall mechanic, where he's able to do cheeky damage, that is very useful at high levels as well, because it will help just get that kill just in time. So yeah, Groot, comfortable A. Hulk as well is like high A, maybe S, due to the fact of the team up. I'm going to put it like high A. I think high A is good. But for the team up, he's S. So like low S, high A. Due to the fact that he enables so much damage from Iron Man, but also helps Doctor Strange even further, and Doctor Strange being one of the best tanks in the game, best vanguards, he's always going to be picked whenever it's available. Hulk with that will just synergize and make Strange even more effective. It's a no-brainer. He also has a shield mechanic where he's able to shield his teammates as Hulk, and then also, if he does shield his teammates and his teammates take any damage they absorb will be a percentage increase in his ultimate form. So Hulk can go to the big ultimate form, the Monster Hulk, as quickly as possible because of that. And good Hulk players do take that to advantage, where they usually group with their team to give everybody shield in order to enter a team fight and take as much absorption damage to the shields in order to make Hulk as strong as possible, as quickly as possible. And as a Hulk player, you have the Exile ability, which will put enemy into a stasis and pretty much stop them from doing whatever interaction they were trying to do. And this is very good. The enemy Iron Man starts to use his ultimate, you see him, you exile him. His ultimate is gone, 0% on his charge, and also he's just up there doing nothing. And that is so good because then now it's a 6v5 and your team can wipe the floor. And Monster Hulk has a unique combo too, when he's able to do 2 like knock attacks through his melee into a thunderclap, and that will guarantee a one shot. It's very, very strong. He does warrant that idea of being S tier, due to the fact that he's pretty much always banned in higher ranks because of the team up being so effective and helping Iron Man out a lot. Magneto is very strong. I think it is actually like there. I think he's right there. Magneto is just awesome to play with, and he's a great character. He's got a shield. He gives a shield to his team members as well. Can be selfish about it and shield himself to make sure he stays alive. And his knockback's kind of decent as well, just for extra damage. And he's just effective. In every instance, a Magneto on your team can help you duelists out or your supports out drastically because of the shield he can place on them, the barrier. And his ultimate works somewhat to a Iron Man ultimate. He's able to kill Lunas and Mantis players pretty quickly in their ultimate form as well, because all he needs to do is charge it to around 70% of the ultimate and then pretty much use that to destroy enemy. And usually Magneto players, the best ones, will save it to kill an enemy Luna or enemy Mantis because that's the way you should get the full value out of it. Peni is kind of like a bait pick. I think Peni is like an interesting character to a certain degree, but she was strong initially. She's very strong against assassins or duelists of any sort that try to go in melee range. She's always going to be effective. Defensive missions, it's in her favor. And it can work with team comps with Namor, and that bumps her up a bit more. But usually like this, the way she is, I think she's just B tier. Like, I would never pick this character as a solo tank, always as a secondary tank. Her nest is quite strong, but the higher ranks, the enemy players will shoot the nest usually. And then with that, you have the stun that she has, that she puts that net on towards their target. Every 4 seconds, that is very good. Works the same way as Hulk's Exiled. Pretty much you can stop any ultimate in the game, or stop any big interaction from occurring if you stun them in the right time. And her damage is pretty good, especially with the surprise mines you can do at the start of the game to get more ult charge, or during the waves of them try to jump and there's mines close by, and that will do some immense damage quite quickly, but ultimate does kind of fall short. I know you can stack it on with the nest to make it more effective, but it just feels like it's kind of weak. The next character is Thor. Thor is maybe around here. I think he's right there. So Thor's got great explosive damage, can kidnap people with his dash ability, has decent shield mechanics too. He's not like a pure shield character like Magneto or Doctor Strange, and he can give himself bonus health to a certain degree. Is it as effective as the characters above him? Not really, but he also has good damage through his awakened state. That state can make things go into your favor quite quickly. If the enemy team's not focusing on the heals, you can burst them quite easily. And his ultimate is also good if they don't see you. That's the biggest issue. If they see you floating up and then they just shoot you down, you get no value whatsoever on Thor. The next character is Venom. I think maybe here, high B. He's a great dive character, but certain team comps right now don't really prioritize the idea of using dive characters. And keep in mind, this tier list is more ranked and competitive, so it can be effective. There is high level players playing Venom, but majority of the cases, you don't want a Venom. You want the other characters above instead. Depending on the team comp, Venom can be played. If you have a full dive comp, the Venom's pretty good. You put him in A tier. Right now at B tier, and the value he gets is usually going in, being a nuisance to the enemy support, so then everyone has to focus him. Then he shields himself, and then he just gets out like it's nothing. So you can play as a solo player quite easily. The only issue you're going to have, if you verse a good Mantis, a good Luna, you will be freezed every time you go in there, or put to sleep as soon as possible. And then you can't really shield yourself effectively because you get bursted down. So that's the downside there. So B tier is warranted for that character. Black Panther, this character. In the right hands, it's S tier, but I might put it as high A tier at the moment. We'll change it up as we go, but I think high A tier is for Black Panther. He's got great burst damage. All you need to do is just make sure you don't miss your dash ability. If you miss your dash ability, that will make you C tier straight away. But if you're landing it, easily A tier. And you can burst majority of team comps because they don't know what to do against the Black Panther. It's so effective, and if they miss a stun against you, you just fully abuse them and just win. The combos on this character are pretty effective as a melee character or melee duelist. We're able to get full value just from bursting them down with his combo resets. And if you do miss the combo, just walk back, take some space, and then come back with your cooldowns refreshed and go into the same combo every 6 or 7 seconds. Absolutely immaculate. Great character design, very strong. But once you play bad, just switch off it. Do not try to stick with it. You won't win. Okay, next character is Black Widow. I think she is not there. She's D tier. Black Widow is decent at best. She has value here and there, but it is not warranted in ranked play. There's so many better characters than her. Hawkeye, you have Hela. There's just better DPS. Overall, there's just better DPS than her. She's good at one-shotting to a certain degree, but I just picked other characters instead. That's her only bread and butter is those one-shots, and she has some interesting melee mechanics, but it's not enough for her to be as effective as other characters. Maybe in the future we'll see some crazy Black Widow buff, which will make her super effective, but right now, not the case. D tier. The next character is Hawkeye. Guaranteed S tier. Very effective character, is able to one-shot anyone. Even if he misses his shot, he'll still hit you and kill you. S tier. I don't think I need to explain much about this character. Just use his base attack. Don't even bother with half the rest of the kit. It doesn't matter. You'll still get to high ranks because of that. He does have a knockback, which is good for people that try to engage him. Say enemy Black Panther tries to engage on Hawkeye. Knock them back into a shot. He's dead. If there's enemy projectiles coming towards you, use your melee attack on Hawkeye and you deflect them. So he has great survivability too. Just an effective character overall. Same as the next character, being Hela. S tier. Don't need to explain it. Just S tier. Let's go to Iron Fist. And Iron Fist is maybe high C. I just don't see anyone that's very effective on this character. Especially in Grandmaster, around that rank, there's no one playing Iron Fist. If you see it, it's picked as like a troll pick and then they instantly switch off it after like 3 deaths. Because they go 0-3 all the time. It's a great character in essence, maybe better in quick play than it is in ranked, but the full potential of Iron Fist hasn't been really showcased at all. Maybe a future team up in the next season will help out with that. And also Hela has great damage, great invincibility. She's able to pretty much survive through her ultimate or her Crow ability, which is a dash. She's got many ways to survive, that's why she's S tier. But Iron Fist, 100% C tier. Now, Iron Man. Iron Man overall is like A tier. But with the Hulk team up, S tier. And it's usually open if the enemy team doesn't want to ban Hulk. They usually ban Hela, Hawkeye, Doctor Strange, maybe something that's annoying like Black Panther or Psylocke, and there's always that team up available. So Iron Man, S tier, great damage, able to kill enemy supports with his ultimate quite easily, and he's just able to be a constant nuisance. And his secondary attack, the laser beam, with the Hulk team up, does more damage than his normal variant by 0.3 seconds. The time to kill is crazy, because that will help you just instantly melt people and get quads like it's nothing. You've seen the clips on my channel here and there between my Magik episodes. Great character with the Hulk team up, indeed. That's why they're so effective, and they have to be warranted a S tier. Magik, I'm going to leave that to last. We'll leave Magik to last. Moonknight, I think B tier. Moonknight's good. He's A tier with Groot. Alone, B tier. And usually Moonknights, you want to take high ground as much as possible, throw Unk in a hidden location when the enemy team can't see it, then try to get full value of it, and try to delete the enemy team without them knowing. That's the goal as Moonknight. His ultimate's good, nothing crazy. There's 100% better ultimates in the game. All the characters above have better ultimates, in my opinion, compared to Moonknight. But he's a very good character in teamfights, so depending how you play Moonknight, he could be B tier or low A tier. Then we have Namor. Namor is a very interesting character. I said it, this character is kind of OP. And I said that way early on, because he counters dive comps with the Luna team up. That gives him an ice ability, which will stop assassins from even getting close, or dived players from ever getting close to Namor, and that's so good. He has invincibility through his bubble. He's able to float around and do quite a bit of damage as well. And the reason why this character is pretty much being picked all the time is because Hawkeye and Hela get banned. The next best character is like Namor or Punisher, and it depends on the team comp you have. They both are favorable and they work really well. So Namor is 100% A tier. And his ultimate's good too, as it stops enemies from escaping and does a bit of damage too. Nice area effect, it's beautiful. Psylocke is like high A tier. I was going to put an S, but I think it's high A tier. Annoying ass character to verse, and you want it on your team all the time whenever you can, if they are popping up with it. It's such a great character to snowball with. As she gets kills, she just starts steamrolling the enemy team like it's nothing. Getting her ult charge as quickly as possible, then use her ultimate to become invincible, and get as much damage towards any team and deleting them easily. So it's a great character in that essence. Her combo for one-shots are nice and effective and consistent, which is the most important part. Every character that's a higher area is usually more consistent than characters on the lower of this tier list. And that's the most important part if you want to grind the ranks, rank up as quickly as possible, or find your main in this tier list. So yeah, Psylocke, great character, one of the best assassins in the game. Scarlet Witch is maybe C tier, maybe D tier. I can see it being, no, I'm going to put her lowest character in the game. I feel like she is. She has a decent kit, and her potential in teamfights can be very good because of her ultimate, but it's just so obvious. She screams, you just shoot her down, she's dead. Even if she plays corners, she gets 1 or 2 kills, the value isn't really there. It's like, yeah, something happened. And then after that, the enemy team has like a rocket player, and then rocket player respawns that teammate, so it's back to being a 6v5, but you actually are playing a 5v5 because you got a Scarlet Witch on your team, and the damage you're dealing is being out-healed in this meta, so there's no point. Healing is so strong that Scarlet Witch damage does nothing. And I know right click can be her burst ability, but it's not as effective, and her stun ability is decent. It's actually pretty good in certain situations, but the stun doesn't last as long. Through the 3 ticks that happen in that stun duration, it's not as effective as other stuns in the game. So 100% D tier. Spiderman, I think it's here. Low C tier. I've honestly seen some good Spider-Mans, which will put him into like high B, but majority of Spider-Man plays I see, it's C tier. The value isn't really there. They fail the combo for the one-shot. Majority of the enemy players can survive the one-shot because how long it takes to actually do it, and how effective you have to be at Spider-Man to get the full value out of the character. Just seems much harder than all other characters above him, which does make it a harder pick to play with in ranked, so I think it's 100% low C tier. Squirrel Girl though, I think it's maybe around here. Next to Moonknight, B tier. She gets free damage by just hitting targets in clusters, so in the same essence that Moonknight can get that damage, she could be kind of maybe more effective, but I'm going to say, yeah, I think she's more effective than Moonknight, because of her stun potential and her resets to get out of areas pretty quickly. You just dive him and instantly delete him like it's nothing. But with Squirrel Girl, you get more value out of her, but her ultimate isn't as good. It depends on the environment you're in, aka the map, and that's where you get more value out of it. But I think she's over there. Good character, good damage. You can pretty much build up damage like it's nothing, which means you get more ult charge continuously and use more ults per game because of that. Starlord, I think it's around here. I don't know if it's ahead of Black Panther or below. Because depending what a Black Panther play is, it's like around here. I might just put it here. high A tier. Starlord is a very good character, has invincibility frames through his dodge ability. He's able to have great mobility through his abilities. And then alongside that, his damage is pretty good from afar because he's kind of deceptive. He's got these dual pistols, which make you think you have to be up close to do your damage, but there's no damage fall off, so you can hit targets from afar and get the full value out of the character, building up the ultimate as quickly as possible, then going from there into your ultimate form and having aimbot and deleting the backline like it's nothing. So a very strong character. It all comes down to understanding and how to play around the map, the health pickups, and he can just abuse that to his favor because of his speed and mobility and just does damage. Just a good character. Very good, consistent character if you're good at the character. That's for sure. So Starlord is high A tier. Storm though. Storm is around here, I think. I don't think she's bad, as everyone says. I don't think she's D tier or F tier. I think she's around here. I think right there in C tier. She's got value through her kit because of the damage boost that she can have. You stack that with a Mantis player and you put that towards a team member close by, they will get insane damage where they can just one-shot quite quickly or two-shot enemies. Like Hela could become more consistent because of that. Then Storm's kit with her ultimate form, that's the goal. You always want to charge your ultimate as quickly as possible, which puts into a massive tornado that deletes everyone in that area, is very effective. It is so good. That's the reason why I put it up here, because of that one factor. And the other parts of kit are pretty weak because the damage is inconsistent, and even landing attacks can be very hard. Say if you have a group player, you cluster them all together, her wind blades, her base attack can actually cleave between multiple enemies, where you can get more value out of Storm in that capacity. So there's certain team comps that work really well with Storm. Right now, it's kind of hard, and you have to have the Thor team up in order to get more value. And the only time you should play Storm is if you have a Thor team up for that chain lightning effect, because there's an extra ability, which means more damage as a Storm player to get ultimate even faster. Just a very hard character to build the ultimate with, but once you do have the ultimate, there's a reward for doing so. Punisher. Punisher S tier. I might put him here, between Iron Man and Hulk, because he's such a consistent character, his value is insane. You don't even have to switch to shotgun, you just use the primary weapon, and it works really well. There's other team-ups that favor this as well, aka the Rocket team-up, which gives him infinite ammo and increased fire rate, which means his time to kill is even better, and that is so good as a Punisher player. His turrets are decent as well at high ranks, his ultimate is a game changer, it can also boost off the infinite ammo plus the fire rate increase, which is bonkers. That will instantly break any shields on the enemy team, and then you just go there and clean them up like it's nothing. And his kit has mobility, has a bit of everything. It's great. Winter Soldier, maybe high B tier. Like A tier if you're popping off, high B tier if you're not popping off. I think that's what it is. His ultimate is very good for kill resets and makes it very rewarding for a good player to get those kills and keep on going again and again, making sure they get the enemy team deleted. But if you're not landing those shots, if you're not landing your abilities, the best pulls in the game, making full value out of it, kidnapping their opponent, so you can kidnap with Winter Soldier same way as Wolverine, just need to turn around as you instantly hit that input of your knock-up ability. If you do that, you can actually pull them towards your team and get them deleted. If you can't do those little things, it's going to be B tier, but if you're really good at those things, it's low A tier. That's for sure. But I'm going to put it as B tier for now. Wolverine. This character has been a surprise for everyone, and I've been enjoying this character quite a lot. It's been a bit of a flex pick if my Magik does get banned, and it does get banned a lot. So this character has been very effective. And I'm going to say it's high A tier. Many teams usually run the 2-2-2, which is 2 tanks, 2 healers, 2 DPS or duelists. That's what they usually try to do in higher ranks, but Wolverine does abuse that. If you have 2 tanks, Wolverine is the easy pick there to delete those tanks with ease. You kidnap one of the tanks, do some damage, and due to the way his base attacks does work, he'll do more damage towards tanks, which means he can melt them even faster. And that is good to have when you're versing 2 tanks. So Wolverine is always a must pick, and that will force the enemy team to go to 3 DPS, and then from there, you can flex Wolverine into another character. That's usually what you want to do with this character. You can't commit to it and be with the character the whole time, because it still is effective against other characters like duelists and healers, especially when he does have his ultimate, which is like a wombo combo. It's so good. So Wolverine does fit the A tier. I think I might put him above Thor, because I feel like he's more consistent than Thor in certain situations. So there we go. Adam Warlock, maybe around here, A tier. The reason why I say Adam Warlock is A tier is because of the team up he has with Starlord, where he's able to give his ability to resurrect himself to Starlord, where Starlord could resurrect himself at any moment of the game. And it's so good. And the passive cooldown's not that long, it's like I think 100 seconds, so you can use it pretty much any time he goes down. So that's good. And then with Adam Warlock's kit, he has a massive res, and the res is so good, and bringing his whole team back to life. And that value there is so good at the high ranks. Because the enemy team uses all their ultimates, they wipe out everybody, but the Adam Warlock. And the Adam Warlock brings them back, heals them up instantly with his burst healing, and it's just game over for the enemy team. They have no chance. because the enemy team kept their ultimates and they just use them after the resurrection. GG's. He also works with another healer as well, which we'll talk about soon. So Adam Warlock is A tier. Cloak and Dagger, maybe around here, B tier. Like, I know the ultimate is so good, don't get me wrong. It's a beautiful ultimate, keeps everybody alive, keeps the point alive. Can be a bit iffy otherwise because the healing is not as great. The damage, though, is good. You should be doing as much damage as you are healing when you're playing a support because healing is such a beneficial thing at the moment. You need to heal. But the damage increase he gives off through vulnerability towards the enemies that he does hit with his Terra Square that he puts on enemies, that is so good. That can help you melt tanks like it's nothing. So I'm going to put it as B tier. If you're having a good day, it's A tier, but B tier for sure. Jeff. I think Jeff's like C tier. A good Jeff could be like A tier with his ultimates and by kidnapping everybody and then deleting them, but C tier. It just seems like it's alright, good healing. The shield orb's decent as well for increased movement speed. That's pretty much it. You can't kill him half the time, but if you're versing a good magic play, magic players can kill him like it's nothing. So I think around C tier. I don't see too much value there. That's why Jeff's maybe the worst character in the high ranks, unless you're one trick. Loki though, I did say Loki was pretty good. And I think he is. I think he's around here. I think he's very consistent once you're good at the character, because it's such a skillful character. You have to be mastered at Loki to get the full value, and be able to use his rune setups, his clones effectively, in order to become a good Loki player. But once you're good at Loki, it's crazy. And the ultimate is great, because you can choose any other character in the game, use the ultimate and use that kit to your advantage to get some crazy wombo combos. Some of the crazy things are like using Luna ult twice. So your team member is Luna, then you also have the Luna ultimate from your ultimate, and use that twice, and it's just like, no one's playing the game on any team. They can't do anything. You press W, you delete them, like it's absolutely nothing as a team. So Loki's very effective, and he can survive a lot of one-shot situations, or when assassins try and jump the backline, like Black Panther jumps in, you put a rune stone down, nothing's going to happen. No one's going to die on your team if they are in that radius. It's just such an effective character, and Loki, low-key, has high damage. It is insane that how much damage you can pull off if you have the right clone setups and you're just focusing damage here and there while healing. It's bonkers. Great character. Luna, S tier. I think she's like around here. Would I want Luna more than Hawkeye and Hela? Yeah, I think so. Just supports are very effective in this game. And because of that, it just has to be here. She has everything. She has a CC ability. She's able to freeze people. She's able to do damage. She's able to heal effectively. And her healing through ultimate / damage boost is great. So I think that's the case there. Same with Mantis. And Mantis works well with Adam Warlock. That's why you see this team up all being up here. The Starlord / Adam Warlock / Mantis. Because it just works together. She's able to get also the same resurrection functionality as Adam Warlock to Mantis if they're in the same team up. Which means she becomes a constant nuisance. But her kit's already annoying as hell. She has healing, damage boost towards her teammates and herself. And then alongside that, ultimate is unkillable plus movement speed. Great stuff. A great character. Very strong support. Now Rocket. Many people are going to think Rocket's like here or C tier. I'll be honest, he's like maybe up here. Like right around here. Close to Groot. I think that's the best place for him. Because of his functionality that he provides to the team, the utility he gives, and sometimes being unkillable through his dashes, is insane. The utility that he does provide is armor plus rocket jump. That is good in certain situations. Will keep your team members alive. But if you do lose a team member, he does place a beacon close by, where he's able to respawn a teammate every 30 seconds or so. And that is so good, keeps you guys in the fight as long as possible. Then he also has a damage boost ultimate. Places that down, everyone in his team gets damage boost. That's when you press W and try and delete the enemy team like it's nothing. That's your goal as Rocket. So this is our tier list at the moment. Then we have Magik. I'm a one-trick pony, to a certain degree. I can play other characters, but Magik is my most played character, my main. And she's like somewhere around, maybe like here, low A tier. I want to put it here, maybe around there. And look at the characters above. And they can be effective more than Magik is in certain situations. And that just hurts. Because Magik is like a great character, a fun character, a strongly designed character, where she has a lot of things going for her. If they just buff her cooldowns a bit, or give her some extra charges, and she's able to move more because of that, this character will be bonkers. It'll be like S tier. Right now, it's like low A tier, maybe high A tier. Like, I want to put it right next to Black Panther, more than anything. Because I see myself playing Magik more than I'll play Wolverine. But Wolverine's a very strong character either way. It just depends on the enemy team comp. I want to put it mid A tier. I think that's what is deserved there. Magik is a very strong character, very effective, and there's many plays that are in the high ranks with just Magik. Like myself as well, being a Grandmaster player, Magik has been my character. But once I get targeted banned all the time, it gets kind of difficult. Magik's kit is so strong, she has the benefit of dashing, being invincible, alongside her ultimate doing so much damage, and being a great teamfight ultimate. That's why I like the character. That's why I got drawn to the character. And putting that all together, weaving it together in order to give value is the best part and the most rewarding part about playing Magic. Don't be annoyed by the tier list in any capacity because I'm a Magic main and that is where I'm putting it. But I understand the Magic's strengths and weaknesses and how effective the character can be. That is honest opinion there. But this is the ultimate meta tier list at the moment. As you see, there's a lot of team-up functionalities being highlighted because team-ups are so strong. Alongside that, you have the characters that are strong by themselves as individuals, but also with team-ups too. And then from here, towards B tier / C tier and D tier, it comes down to what your team comp is and how good that play is on that character and what value you can get depending on the map you're on. That is pretty much how it becomes on the characters in B tier and below. But A tier and S tier, if you pick any of these characters, you're gaming, you're having fun, you're going to rank up quite easily and be effective in majority of cases. The characters below, 50-50, depends on the situation. So that's my ultimate meta tier list. Tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. Did I cook? Did I not? I'd love to know. I feel like I was rambling a lot. It's the first video of today as we're recording this. Usually we upload 1 or 2 videos every day continuously while doing a whole bunch of grinding on ranked as well. You know how it is, but tell me your thoughts in the comment section down below. I'd love to know. And tell me what your best characters or your top 5 characters are in the comments. I would love to see them. As always, mates, it's been a pleasure, and I'll catch you, mates, next time. Bye-bye.